Hi, it's Marissa at Kissa Creations, and it's July. It is Jolly July, Christmas in July. It's time to celebrate July a little bit. I finally made a decision on what my plans were going to be for July, and I am going to participate in Jolly July or Christmas in July, whatever you'd like to call it. I am also throwing a Hanukkah pattern in there for good fun. So yeah, I wanted to show you what I was going to be working on this month. So this is just going to be a quick video. I've got 5, I think, holiday projects that I want to put some time into this month, and I wanted to show them to you and what their starting points are and what I'm hoping to complete on them. So the one that I most recently started is Mary 2 from Plum Street Samplers. And I started that in December last year, on December 7th. And it looks, maybe we should take it out of the plastic. It looks like this. Little goth Santa. I really love him. I am stitching it on this Stand Up On Your Own Wichelt. This is what I have completed so far. And I am stitching in the called for colors. I don't remember if I picked this up off of a freebie table or if it got sent to me or what happened, but I think that these have already been used to stitch the pattern one time. I'm stitching it 1/2. This, I think is 28 count, but maybe it's 32, but I don't know. I mean, especially with this pattern, it's a little primitive looking, so I don't mind like a little bit more sparse on the stitching. So let's see, what would we like to take care of on this one? I think I would like to get through the reindeer. Since I have Santa done, I would like to get those reindeer complete before I put that away. I don't know which one I'm going to work on first, but that is the most recent one. So yeah, it came with, like I said, it came with, I think these are somebody's leftover flosses from a kit, but it is super cute. And it is the called for, and there's some chenille left over for a finish. I don't know if it would fit around what is going to be like left and done, but perhaps. I think have quite a bit of chenille for like a little while. I think I've gotten gifts of chenille finishing stuff at 2 retreats now. So I think I got some from Brandy from B&E Stitchery at Library Stitchers, and then I got some from Sarah, the Northwood Stitcher, at this most recent Stitch Maine. So yeah, I've got some chenille. All right, the next one most recently started is Christmas Rules. This is Lizzie Kate. And it looks like this. So I have only 3 of the, I think 5 or 6. 1, 2. So I have only 3 of the 6 patterns, because each one of these has 2 of the little lines in it. So I still need to dig those out of a hole from somewhere. I don't have them, but I'm sure I can find them. And then Lizzie Kate puts on her website like a frame pattern. So my goal is going to be to get the frame done, the top of it. This whole portion. I right now just have the word Christmas, and this is on that same Wichelt. But so I think I stitched, I said the other one was 1/2. Like this is definitely 2/2, but I think the 2/2 is appropriate for this one versus the more primitive looking Plum Street Sampler pattern. This Lizzie Kate definitely like can have this bulky amount. So we're gonna work on getting the top done on Christmas Rules. And then, what's next? Next is, now we start getting into like older whips. Older whips. Okay, next is Yuletide Shanty, another Plum Street. This is Yuletide Shanty. So this little Santa, he's on a ship. Just take them out. Take them out of the bag, lady. It's still kind of glary. But there's little Santa, he's delivering his presents on his pirate ship. And then it's finished as a drum, and then on the drum's this big giant whale. So I'm stitching it in mostly called fors. This was the very first pattern that I bought because of a Flosstube video. Pam from Just Keep Stitchin' showed somebody had given her an ornament that they just did the bottom and the top of the drum together as like an ornament and didn't do the band. I really like that whale though, even though it's going to be monstrous. Let's see. So actually the top is almost done. Has a few more snowflakes that need to go in, and then I believe it is completed. There's one of the sails needs finishing. So the goal for this is going to be to finish the top, and we're gonna work on getting some of this big one done, some of this big stuff down here. So maybe, let's see, I'll probably start on this side. So candy canes in the tree, I think, will be a goal for that one. And this is on 36 count Weathered Shingle from R&R Reproductions, which is the called for from the pattern. I know I changed out the green. It's not typically a floss brand that I love to stitch with and or buy any longer, but it called for Garrison green, and I am using Oscar in its place from Weeks. So that all right, so that was 3. So we got 2 more to go. Oh, and Yuletide Shanty I started in 10/28/2019. We still have 2 that are older, which is wild. Although these are like the clingers on. I do finish stuff, and I finish my older stuff too, but these are the ones that have kind of just languished on the list, and I have never done a Christmas in July, like fully embraced Christmas in July before. So I think that this will be a good way to like get some chunks of stuff done on these patterns. The next one is Silver Creek Samplers. This one is called My Christmas List. So another long skinny one. This one looks really beautiful stitched up. I actually was reinvigorated to stitch it because at Stitch Maine, Penny from the Daily Stitcher had her model of this one out, and I was like, oh yeah, I need to work on that. It says family visits, turkey dressing, woolen sweaters, Christmas blessing, flying reindeer, mistletoe, candles glowing, hot cocoa, pies and cookies, Old Saint Nick, peace and goodwill, peppermint stick, wrapping presents, gingerbread, hang your stocking, time for bed. Angels singing, Christ is born, a gift for all on Christmas morn. I do plan on changing the bottom. I've got to come up with some rhymey stuff, although I also need to double check my height because I know I was planning on taking some of it out, and because we're not an overly religious home and we celebrate both Christmas and Hanukkah, so the Jesus part of Christmas is not as important in our home as the tradition of the holidays are in our home. Anyways, it doesn't make sense for us to have it. We don't teach that part of religion to our children. So I need to figure out some rhyminess for down here, or I might just take out I don't know. I might just take out the Christ is born and a gift for all on Christmas morn. I might just change the little baby right here to more presents. I was thinking I could even just use these presents that already exist and like modify them. Anyways, let's talk about where we are. Okay, this is stitched on. This is stitched on Ren from Picture This Plus in also 36 count. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna need to shorten it no matter what because I didn't do it the long way, I did it the short way. I'm like a frugal fabric person. I don't like to use more than I need to for things. I get really frustrated when I like leave giant borders and then don't have fabric. Anyways, so this is being stitched 1, 2. What did I do? Let's see. Trying to find some tail ends here. It looks like I am actually stitching this 2 over 2 on 36 count. It looks good though. My stitches don't look, I haven't stitched on this in a while. My stitches don't look too fluffy. So that's where I'm at. So I've got the first 3 done. All right, so I think we try to do the reindeer and Christmas blessing and flying reindeer. I'm gonna give my camera a hot second to focus on that. It still doesn't really want to. This section right here, I think I'm gonna jump into and take care of. So hopefully I can finish those 2 as part of my Christmas in July. And then last but not least is a start from January of 2018, and I have said that I would like to finish this year, so it does need some more love, so this is perfect. This is Ink Circles Dreidel Dreidel. It is one of her mandala pieces. And see, we mix and match. I even have a Christmas needle minder on here. We're a mix and match holiday house. I am stitching this with Gentle Arts Cornflower. I believe it was like a much older skein, so I don't know if it's still, or a couple skeins. I don't know if it still looks like this. It does look very similar to the model stitch. It might be a little bit more, like leaning more on the gray side. Let's see what it called for. It called for Blue Lagoon Silk from Classic Colorworks. So I'm not using the called for. And then this is a piece of like creamy white linen that I just had. So I would really like this to be the last time that I have this out. Is that realistic with the other goals that I have just set? No, but you know what? We can always surpass the goals that we set for ourselves. So perhaps this will get finished this month. If it doesn't, I will still finish it before the end of the year, but I think this will be a good reason to put a good chunk of stitches into here and really get it going. All right, so I still owe you a whip parade. That has not come because I had the yucks last week, and I didn't want to do a nasally whip parade. I don't think that would have been enjoyable for anyone, especially me, because I was just like not, I don't know, I was not feeling it. You probably would have had like even more rambles than you normally get, and it just was not going to be great. So I still owe you my mid-year whip parade, which I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna show all my projects, even the ones I haven't worked on, because somebody pointed out that they were a newer viewer, and I do have quite a few newer viewers that haven't really seen my full, you know, gambit of projects and in their most recent iterations and where they're at. So that's coming, and then at the end of this week we have a regular Flosstube video. I did, even though I wasn't feeling great, get a couple stitches in. It wasn't a ton, but I've got some work done, and I was at the Stitch Main retreat, so I have that to fill you in on too. So all of that, all good stuff to come. Thank you for stopping by today. I will keep you posted on my Christmas in July. Feel free to follow along with me here, and follow along with me on Instagram. I'm at mkissa Creations there as well, and I will see you all later. Bye.